Well, we're going to switch gears here, and I want to let our new listeners know, if they're just joining us on In Tune to Nature, that we're talking to my students from Georgia State University who are working on environmental campaigns for a class project. We just talked to Eugene and Alex. And next up is the team of Charlie Murphy and Taylor Jackson. They have another team member, Bianca Quintanilla, and she's not with us, but Charlie and Taylor are here to talk about their eco-friendly commuting to campus campaign. So welcome, Taylor and Charlie.
Thanks for having us.
Hi. Now, again, I'm going to ask some similar questions that I asked to Eugene and Alex. Of all the different topics that you could have picked for class, why did you choose a transportation-related issue? Like, why was that considered important?
Well, I think the first thing I want to tell the listeners is that Georgia State's kind of a unique university in that it's a very large research university. We have about 30,000 enrolled, and about only 3,000 of these students actually live on campus. So we have kind of a unique problem also in that we have a lot of people who are trying to get into the downtown area who are going to have to find, different places to park and just generally different ways of getting to campus. So what we want to try and ease is the traffic downtown and just all these people who are always taking, cars and using gas. So we kind of want to focus on like maybe doing carpooling for people who live, out past the perimeter or kind of close into the perimeter. We also want to do MARTA for people who are close by to that system. And we also want to target the people who maybe want to ride their bike, who maybe live a little bit closer to campus.
And what are some of the environmental issues? Because I know there's probably people in their car right now that totally understand the commuting problem, and they have some horrible long commute. And so they understand the congestion issue. What are some of the ecological problems that Atlanta or just the world faces based on our habit of individually getting in cars and driving ourselves everywhere?
Well, the thing is, in Atlanta, we all, most of us use cars instead of using public transportation. And the thing is about that is, you get so many cars downtown and you get in these traffic jams and everyone's just idling and all of that, and all those emissions are just going up into the atmosphere, and that's creating smog and really low air quality for our city. So I guess that's what we're kind of trying to reduce is, kind of make our city a little bit greener by reducing all these emissions, by, maybe encouraging people to ride the train or carpool.
And then, of course, they would be using less fossil fuels if they're also carpooling or sharing rides and that kind of thing. Yeah, Taylor.
There's some great organizations out there like the Clean Air Campaign that actually pays you to carpool or take better fuel efficient ways to work. I think if you're carpooling and depending upon how far you come, I think you do like $3 a day if you carpool, and then they can group you up with someone if you don't have someone to carpool with, and then you basically save money because you're splitting the gas bill and splitting the wear and tear on your car, and it's just becoming a really good thing to do. And then also you get to be in a drawing for a $25 gift card if you do carpool with someone because you are helping the environment.
Oh, that's great. And so that's cleanaircampaign.org.
Clean Air Campaign. Yes, ma'am.
And I know they have like a log your commute thing so you can enter in for the prizes. But it sounds like even it's more organized than just entering in for prizes. It sounds like if you kind of get in with them, that they will actually pay some of your gas.
Pay you for gas,
for
like $2 for carpooling. They pay you for
carpooling.
biking too. So they pay you for basically anything that is a more green way of getting to work.
Yeah. So that's cleanaircampaign.org.
And if you want to check out some of the rewards they have, you can also go to a website called commuterrewards.com, and they'll kind of list on that website the $3 a day like Taylor was talking about, and also the gift cards, which there's a $25 one if you carpool with like 2 people, but those gift cards go up in price as you find more people to carpool with. So if you're doing it with 4 people, you're going to be entered into a much higher stakes drawing, more money if you.
And that was commuterrewards.com?
Yes, commuterrewards.com.
Oh, that's great. Because a lot of people may not have realized this, and they might already be carpooling, but they're not getting kind of credit for it, or already taking MARTA, and they could be logging their commute to enter for these prizes. I know at Georgia State, well, let me just ask you, how did you design your campaign? Like, what's your approach that you're taking related to this issue and speaking to the GSU student population?
Well, who we're targeting is every student in our campus, but we also want to kind of target just Atlantans in general. But we're going to make a public service announcement. It'll be a video, and we may also adapt it to the radio. but we just want to kind of air that on our student media and kind of inform people of maybe these commuting options that they don't know. And who we really want to inform is our new students. So we have something called Incept at the beginning of a student's career at Georgia State, and we want to make sure that they see this program and they know all these available options, and they know kind of the unique circumstances that surround Georgia State and commuting there, and kind of like the green options they have available to them. And hopefully, the more people we inform about this, the more common it's going to be to maybe think about leaving the car at home and just getting on the train or the bus, or just biking and getting some good exercise and going to campus that way. So.
And are you trying to point out the benefits of each? Because there's maybe various or different benefits of choosing different ways of eco-friendly ways of getting to campus.
Yeah, obviously carpooling, you're going to take some cars off the road. You're going to be able to split your gas bill with whoever you're carpooling with. You may even meet maybe like a new friend. On MARTA, of course, that's run by electricity, or the buses are clean natural gas, so you've got that. That's going to be less pollution. You don't have to worry about any kind of traffic or anything like that. And the trains run every like 15 minutes, and it's just a lot cheaper and easier than parking downtown.
Oh yeah.
And then you've got
it's a pain.
Yeah, I think everyone who's in their car right now, they know how tough it is.
Especially there's so much construction if anyone's driving downtown because of the streetcar project and different things. It's going to be great, but right now there's construction
there's
everywhere.
always construction downtown, and Park Atlanta is crazy. You got to worry about them. So, we're just suggesting maybe, there's always alternatives out there. I mean, you can ride your bike, get some good exercise, maybe get a scooter or a motorcycle, and that uses a heck of a lot less gas than.
And it's much easier to find parking
SUV.
For a scooter
Absolutely.
than for a car.
Absolutely.
And then bikes, of course, they've built different bike racks. I think they've tried to improve that around GSU, so there's plenty of places to park your
believe
bike.
it or not, they have about 950 spaces for bicycles in downtown Atlanta, so they're definitely trying to do their part to encourage this too. So I think we need to kind of move with that and make sure that we're staying on track and keeping our students informed.
Yeah. And I think the Atlanta Bicycle Coalition is a good place as a resource for different maps that are the most bike-friendly or safest routes if you're taking a bike to get where you're going. And so their bike maps are pretty helpful, I think, in that regard. Are there any other websites or any resources that you'd like to share with people?
Yeah, first of all, I guess I want to point out MARTA's website is itsmarta.com, and there you can see their fares. A single ride is $250, and you can go up from there to see how many you need. Also, there's a good biking resource that you can also find some links to other websites on. It's called gsubikes.com, and that's obviously centered to our campus. And then also where we're going to air our public service announcement is on our Georgia State University television, which is channel 91 on campus. But you can also check it out on gstvonline.org, and that's on the web, so anyone can look at it, and we encourage you to check it out.
Rideshare.com is also available for other commuting options that are available in the metro Atlanta areas, because you have to also target people who are not living inside the metro Atlanta area. So rideshare.com, and those are for people who need to find someone to ride with them and commute with them.
Okay, that's great. And when it comes to MARTA, there's some discounts if you are a student at Georgia State, right?
Yeah, if you're a student at Georgia State, you can purchase a $61 MARTA pass for a month. That's an all-access pass.
Unlimited.
You can ride it, whenever, wherever, bus or train. And that's a lot cheaper than buying it through MARTA, which is about $90 for a monthly pass.
Wow.
And once you've attained your plastic Breeze card, you can reload that online. So they've made it very easy, and they're definitely trying to encourage students to use it. And students should keep in mind that this discount is paid for by their transportation fee in their tuition, so they should definitely
take advantage. They might as well take advantage of it. And then the faculty and staff have their own, that might be maybe a little more than what the students
Theirs
pay.
is a little better, but yeah.
Yeah. So take advantage of that. I mean, personally, I wish it was even less expensive. Like, I wish we as a community subsidized our public transport even more, because I still think that's somewhat expensive.
Yeah.
And I would like to see it reduced, because I do think the ridership would go up if the price went down.
You've got it. Yeah. Once people start using it more, it's going to get better. They'll get new trains, new buses, and things will start running.
They'll get more efficient. Trains will
better.
come more frequently. Yeah. So people have to use it in order for it to get better.
Yeah, so I don't really think people should be complaining if they're not going to use it, unless they live outside the perimeter, in which case, I'm really sorry, but they've not quite fixed that problem yet.
Yeah, in terms of gaining access outside the perimeter so that you can utilize MARTA as well, so that we have a more user-friendly system. And I know like if you are over at Emory, it's kind of hard there's no train that goes in that direction. So we are lucky at Georgia State that we're right in the heart of MARTA. Absolutely. And so MARTA is really the best way to get to Georgia State.
And if anyone's wondering, if you want to ride MARTA over here, we've got Georgia State Station, which is located right near the Capitol State House. We have 5 Point Station, which is the interchange point for all the rail lines. Then we have Peachtree Center Station, which is very close to Adderhold, which is one of our campus buildings.
So that's 3 different stops you could get off on.
Plenty of options, or you could ride the bus, or bike, or carpool.
Well, we're out of time, but I wanted to thank all my students for being here. We have Charlie, we have Eugene, we have Alex, and we have Taylor. And they're representing the groups. And then in a couple weeks, I think it's April 9th, I'm going to be back with several of our other teams who both are focusing on plastics, like an anti-plastics campaign, particularly against single-use containers like water bottles. So we'll be talking more about that, and I might be able to give an update to our listeners if there's any new websites that you guys have that you want us to plug, then we'll be happy to do that. So I want to thank our listeners for tuning in. Our show is hosted every Tuesday at 6:30 by Lisa, Sonia, or myself. I'm Carrie. You can email us at intunetonature@gmail.com or check us out at facebook.com/intunetonature. Up next, we have Alternative Perspectives, so stay with us on WRFG Atlanta.